Okay, we're back on the second part of our game between Elvis Jones and Solo Oyo, where Elvin Jones has just seen Solo Oyo's dog, and Elvin Jones is actually has he was about to attack and then regrouped all of his units, rethinking the way how Solo Oyo might attack. It actually has caused some psychological damage on Elvin Jones's part, but no, and the fear is actually beginning to be justified because soldiers are ready to be mounted up, and Solo Oyo is going to plan a pincer maneuver. Well, this is actually a few numbers of units compared to Rome's almighty numbers game. Whoever is going to win this battle is going to win the game. It will all depend on this doc's positioning and where he will launch his attack. Well, come to think of it, the dock actually, or the ship actually has more ways to attack than one, and he's keeping all of the horses at bay. But when it comes to ground troops, Elvin Jones has it all, hands down. And City Face, didn't even notice that he's already on City Face. What's this? More women. Okay. Attacking force still in there. How about Rome? Seems to be in City Face as well. No, still going there. And things are slowly slowing down for me. And just look at this. This is going to be a slaughter. Too bad, Solo. That's going to be a damage to the morale of your own units or your own morale because your pincer attack didn't work, and that's some powerful cavalry there. Are they all skirmishers? Italian Allied Cavalry is a mercenary unit, right? It's not. It's not? Oh well. Okay, more movement. A huge attacking force is coming on the way. A huge. But how about Solo Oyo's defense? Will it hold up? We have our classic hit and run cavalry units, cavalry siege units, the slinger ones, versus being supported by 31. 65, or nearly half, and taking over the base or the map, the choke point, so that if ever Solo Oyo tries to maneuver his way out, he will always get spotted. And he's no longer planning to build a dock anyway. Or there's another boat safe somewhere, and two horses idle. What else is there? The only thing we have here is, whoa, that's a very aggressive position. Well, this is Rome. It is historically a siege warfare civilization. Rome loved siege warfare, either offensive or defensive. It's been a tradition for them. They just love it. And the custom value, special building for the Romans in 0 AD, marks that. It's not really a civic center, but it can actually act like one. Fast building or a military colony, but it doesn't actually influence anything. It can even disrespect his opponent's territory if he wanted to. And he can also actually build the siege walls, this one, just like what Julius Caesar did to the siege of Alesia or any other siege. An offensive wall. What's this? This is wasted resources if you don't actually build it. But anyway, it's justified. But on the side of things, having the ability to build siege weapons out of thin air It's a battle of siege weapons. I think. Isn't that... Where? Where did the siege... What? I just saw some siege weapon. Okay, so he's using some boats for the hit and run. While this is the... It's going to be a race for the siege weapons. And so far, I'm thinking that since Elvin Jones has an extra base right here, he has an advantage, both in position and spare base to carry himself. Oh no, it's just more of a camping site for the horses. Some place to heal or something. And when it comes to ground discussion about the ground, Elvin Jones has a clear advantage. Solo Oyo is pinned down. He can't move theoretically if this is a pure land battle. He actually lost. Not to mention, here comes the champion. No, the Triari Hastati. The Hastati. They're plain old swordsmen. Fast melee units. And ooh, here we have some failed launching. You better hurry up, Solo Oyo, if you want to really defeat this. Uh-oh. It's kind of slow, however. Oh, here comes the siege engines. Here comes the siege weapons that need support. Once they get destroyed, it's all over. It will just take the whole game. But when it comes to this one, Solo Oyo needs to have some clever micromanaging to do in it. And provided that he's going to straight for the no defense. Elvin Jones doesn't have a defense. And down his civic center goes, while Solo Oyo's base still relatively strong, at a disadvantage, but still relatively safe. While Solo Oyo is wreaking havoc on everywhere. No base to stand upon, no resources left to gather. Basically nothing, no man's land now. His main base is destroyed. And Elvin Jones's second base, it's there to recover. Time to migrate. Everything's gone. Okay, let's see here. Population wise, Elvin Jones 132, 159, still rather even, but when it comes to strategical placements, it's kind of even-ish to me. Kind of. But these soldiers aren't actually safe now. Well, they are now. They weren't before, but they are now. So basically, this is what... Yeah, if you heard that door shut, that was my father. And I tried to stay silent because he woke up. Okay, so we have here Elvin Jones recovering all of his lost resources, When it comes to resources, Elvin Jones has still the slight advantage. Population-wise, it's the only thing that he hasn't have over Solo Oyo.
Yeah, see?
However, when it comes to base rebuilding, it's obvious who has the clear advantage right now. I mean, all of the resources that Elvin Jones has, he has to use to rebuild his base. While Solo Oyo's resources, he can actually regather them no problem because he almost doesn't have a base to. Well, he did once.
Yeah, see? Yeah, see?
Like a. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, resource units. Someone's being starved to death right now. And he needed a market just to exchange all of the goods. Especially his food. He has a lot of food, but not much about on the other resources. Stone, metal he can still gather, but there are mere scraps right now. Scrappy, scrappy, scrappy. What am I gonna do? Return to your older base? But it's being well guarded. Oh well. Next to woke up is my sister. They won't give me a chance right now. Okay. Some siege weapons ready. And Elvin Jones trying to take over, assuming that Solo Oyo has left the building, and he is safely assuming so. Because Solo Oyo is oblivious to what's happening.
Yeah, see?
He's now on the hunt for this second base, while Elvin Jones is quietly, sneakily rebuilding his other base. Very. So that's why this game is actually that long,
Yeah, see?
But he's getting ready for a pincer-like movement. Pincer-like maneuver. By the way. Okay, so Elvin Jones kinda saw majority of the map. Solo Oyo doesn't see the whole map, but he sees what is enough for now. He doesn't know where his enemies are, but these are more of a this is more of a defenseless base, an economic try to go center base, but with 17.
Yeah, see?
No, you can't defend against this. This is the imbalance part. You can either call this imbalance, but this is what you get for letting an Iberian player reach city phase and train as many cavalry as these. That's going to be your main problem in the long run. And the attack is being supported too. Now that, again, Elvin Jones stuck with one base, one civic center. And this one is on an unprotected corner as well. It was done very good, very sneakily, very wittily, but its placement is rather ugly as a side effect. Now Solo Oyuk might have some time trying to look for second base.
Yeah, see?
Running away people, that's not good. He's planning to intercept all of those people. They won't even make it that far. So let's see how this death march is going to fall upon. And population down by 50, nearly 100 going down now. Okay, so that's a 50 population advantage for Solo Oyo, who has wiped out the entire economic force or majority of the enemies. And Rome not having a leg to stand upon when it comes to base building. This is a desperate claw, a desperate march. towards the front lines of Solo Oil by Elvin Jones, with Rome playing the war of attrition, except that he has no real base in front of him. Oh, a third one. How many civic centers have you built so far? And they keep getting destroyed. And this one. No, this is the wrong strategy. Solo Oil is using the wrong strategy. Either that or he misclicked or something. He's trying to manage resources here as well. This might lead to his downfall once. No, he's confident that his cavalry people will win. Well, usually this one will go down 15 seconds earlier, so there's almost nothing to defend. But in this case, they got routed so easily too. Oh well. That means this civic center is going down in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, counted too soon. It was almost out of time. 10 seconds. Second to 13. But that's one civic center down again, and we have another civic center. You have a lot of money there, Elvin Jones, but you're about to run out. The war of attrition is playing its part. So the Oilers has a lot of wood and food to spare, but you don't have almost any of your resources. But you have gained some leeway of getting them back. Okay. Oh, here comes Solo Oil's attack on the other front now. But they didn't miss this one. So the building of base, fortress going down, while soldiers here get taken down. Horsemen again. Elvin Jones didn't actually put variety in his own units, although maybe he tried before by attacking, but his frontline army, attacking army, gone. There's practically nothing left. What's this? Still having that market thing. But anyway. So this is going to be the last of Elvin Jones's attacking forces. You're only fortunate because it's being garrisoned. Now I'm getting sleepy. Another migrating point. This is kind of called a stubborn gameplay style. As long as you have resources to build another base, keep him coming. Make him pay for the resources. The only problem with that strategy is that you're not actually destroying your opponent's resources, no matter how scarce it may be, and no matter how unmatched that will be. You go, oh, here comes another counterattack. Now, how much damage will this one do? We'll just find out as the custom volume gets destroyed and it was work with Asco. Now, I think the temple's not getting destroyed today, man. You have too many swordsmen on your heads. What's this anyway? Champion swordsmen. They look like Roman citizens. Oh, so they're your champion units. They look different back then. Or that. No. Yeah, they were reskinned. You can actually tell that I have not been playing this game for a long time. Or even if I still love it. Now, even more cavalry. He's not giving up with his cavalry strategy, but with 5 minutes to go, can actually modify it to ease up the gameplay now. Everybody's city base, still with those plain old citizen soldiers. This is going to be your a disadvantage for you if you keep on building or training citizen soldiers without
Yeah, see?
considering your champion units, which are far stronger than plain old citizen soldiers. Of course, you are gathering the resources to back them up even more. But having champion
Yeah,
units
see?
still make up much of the difference. And for this example,
Yeah,
the
see?
champion unique units, the champion unique to the Iberians, are playing their part against you. You may have been taking advantage of your resource superiority to build one civic center after another, but if they keep getting destroyed, it's nearly useless. Take this for example. These are sacrificial. What? Okay, so let's just call it sacrificial cavalry attack, because it's kind of too early though, because your main attacking forces are too slow to go up there.
Yeah, see?
I saw it coming. Because the point of this is to distract the main forces, right? The only problem is that, oh, maybe it was enough to distract them, not make Blue's forces go over there. They have seen through it. So all your strategy must be to sneak around while Blue will send his army right about there. But he's looking for the civic center and heading straight for this. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6. Now it's 5 seconds. That's not fair. But that's the last civic center that Elvin Jones is able to build. That's the last one. This is the last of Rome's remaining forces, because this is a very big attack.
Yeah,
All buildings gone. Champion units
yeah, see?
gone. Elvin Jones resigns, so Solo Oyo won. Okay, let's not prolong this. Okay, I want to know how many civic centers you have built there, Elvin Jones. This is buildings, right? Outpost centers 5 or 4. He has built 4 civic centers. That's actually a lot. And considering how many champions, nada. No champions. Heroes, you have killed 1 but no champions. And this workers and cavalry kind of the same, but without those. I thought they were actually I thought Elvin Jones were more cavalry oriented because of that early game. Trading, they've been trading back, no, resources. Trading, they've been trading back and forth as well. But when it comes to this one, looks like economy wise, they seem to be even all throughout the game, because this one is more of when the military superiority has reached its peak. Still kind of even though. When did this happen? About 1/3 of the game, so about this point, when the military, how did this reach? I forgot what part of it. How many units were being annihilated anyway? Infantry, that's a lot. When it comes to, let's see, how many cavalry. So the superiority of Blue, Elvin Jones, had been superior about the cavalry, stayed right here. But when it came to some of the infantry, I think this is where the champion units have also gone up. Yep. Solo Oyo kept increasing his champion units, and only later on did they actually pay up. Heroes, of course. Siege weapons. They were playing neck and neck when it comes to that. But when it came to, let's see, buildings, being constructed and buildings being destroyed. This is where this was the main factor. Almost everything was neck and neck, right? Although Solo Oyo had the obvious slight advantages, the destruction of the structures made the difference, all because of that cavalry siege weapons. So when it comes to strategies, you have to beat Solo Oyo's strategy, or if you want to play the Iberians, play his strategy. Turtle up until city phase and then provide your hit and run units while having some defense units along the way. So that's the game. I hope to see you guys in the next video.